Do they have their full attention? Absolutely. Have they earned the Thunder's respect? Yeah. Have they managed to get Perk to leave that pearly white OKC championship jacket in his closet today? Yes. And this Spurs group is going to grow up together and be a thorn in the Thunder's side for a long time to come.
The Spurs just beat the defending champs twice in 10 days, and the second one, a 20-point blowout. OKC's worst loss of the season, and it wasn't even close. For context, their previous 3 losses were a combined 9 points. San Antonio hung 130 points on them and made it look routine.
A shot clock at 6, stepping back for 3.
But here's what should genuinely concern every team in the Western Conference. Victor Wembanyama came off the bench, played 23 minutes, scored 12 points. Not exactly a Wemby stat line, and the Spurs still won by 20, against the best team in basketball, against the #1 defense in the league, while committing only 8 turnovers. This isn't about Wemby having a quiet night. This is way bigger than that. The San Antonio Spurs just made one thing very clear. They might have the deepest, most balanced, most dangerous roster in the NBA. And this team isn't a year away anymore. They're right here, right now. Over the last couple of seasons, one thing has become very clear in the NBA. If you want to be a real contender, you need serious roster depth. Star power alone doesn't cut it anymore. And OKC has been the gold standard in this department. That's a big reason why they're the defending champs with the best record in the league right now. But the Spurs might be coming to take that crown. San Antonio has 9 players who regularly score 10 or more points on any given night. That's an entire rotation of guys who can hurt you every single game. Against OKC, that depth was impossible to ignore. Keldon Johnson came off the bench and dropped 25 points. This man is quietly having a 6 Man of the Year caliber season, and nobody's really talking about it. He's gone from energy guy to legitimate scoring threat, and defenses aren't ready for it. Stephon Castle put up 24 points on 4 of 6 from 3. The reigning Rookie of the Year is making a serious leap in year 2. His shooting, the one question mark coming into the season, is starting to look legit, and that's a problem for everyone else. Harrison Barnes added 20. Steady and efficient, no wasted possessions, exactly what you want from a vet who's been in big moments before. 3 guys, not named Wembanyama or De'Aaron Fox, combined for 69 points against the best defense in basketball. Think about that. When you play the Spurs, you can't just game plan for Wemby, you can't just focus on slowing down Fox, because Keldon might give you 25 off the bench, Castle might catch fire from deep, or Barnes might carve you up with 20 quiet, efficient points before you even realise what's happened. You can't guard everyone, and the Spurs have everyone. This kind of depth is hard to beat. When your 7th or 8th man can explode for 20 points, you're not a team that's easily figured out. Usually, you're the team doing the figuring, because you have more ways to beat opponents than they have ways to stop you. San Antonio's roster construction is legitimately elite, and we're only scratching the surface of what this group can do. Okay, I'm going to stop you here for a second. If you're still using those regular sportsbook apps, you're getting robbed. I'm serious. Delete it. Delete it now. Because Polymarket have made all of those apps obsolete, and I need to show you why. Okay, let me pull this up. So right now, Polymarket has Houston sitting at 36% to win tonight. And that feels low to me because Houston is bound to make a run and either tie it up or take the lead at some point. So I'm taking that trade right now and done. And here's what makes this completely different from sportsbooks. Sportsbooks take like $9 off every 100 you win. That's their cut just for existing. Polymarket, 1 cent. Because you're trading against other people, not some platform that profits when you lose. And the cash out thing? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Your team goes up 10, you try to lock in your position and they block you. They'll block you dozens of times a game. And if they let you out, they penalize you like 50%. They're holding your money hostage. Polymarket is instant. Momentum swings, you react. Houston goes on a run and jumps from 36% to 46%. You cash out right there. No asking permission, no penalty. You're in control. Polymarket is legal in all 50 states, and they're so confident that you won't go back to sportsbooks that they're giving you $10 free just to try it. No card, no deposit, nothing. Use my code HOOPS10 and follow the link in the description below for exclusive early access and $10 waiting just for you. Stop letting the sportsbooks take your money. All right, let's get into Victor Wembanyama, but probably not the way you're expecting. For over 2 years now, we've measured Wemby's impact through box score, points, blocks, rebounds, and those numbers are ridiculous. 24.4 points, 12.3 rebounds, 3.3 blocks per game this season. But against OKC, he played just 23 minutes off the bench, 12 points, by normal standards, a quiet night for a generational talent. But the Spurs still won by 20. So what's actually happening here? How does a team demolish the defending champs when their best player doesn't put up a typical superstar stat line? Because most people have been measuring Wemby's value wrong this whole time. His real impact isn't the points he scores, it's what his presence allows everyone else to do. When Wemby's on the floor, San Antonio's perimeter defenders can play aggressive, in-your-face defense because everything funnels towards a 7'5" shot-blocking nightmare at the rim. Driving lanes that are open against other teams become traps against the Spurs. That changes the entire math of the game. And having a backup center like Luke Cornett anchoring the paint when Wemby sits makes it nearly impossible for any team to get easy points in the paint against the Spurs. Jalen Williams put it perfectly after the loss. They have good guards that take pride in playing defense. So when you add physicality and good defenders up there, and you can tell they are really trying to figure that out defensively, it causes its own little problems. Just look at what San Antonio did to Chet Holmgren. 7 points on 3 of 10 shooting. Complete neutralization. And it's happened both times this season. Remember when people were debating Wemby versus Chet? That conversation is over, done. Wemby's operating on a different level, and the head-to-head matchups have made that painfully obvious. The Spurs' interior defense, with Wemby anchoring everything, makes it nearly impossible for opposing bigs to get comfortable, and Chet's been the biggest victim of that so far. OKC turned it over 13 times, San Antonio racked up 10 steals. The Spurs played suffocating defense all night, and Wemby's presence is what makes that possible. But here's the scary part for the rest of the league. Wemby doesn't need to score 35 for this team to dominate elite competition. His presence alone warps the game in San Antonio's favour. And on the nights when he does go off, good luck with that. There's a narrative that follows young teams everywhere. Fun to watch, exciting, but they can't win when it matters. Too many turnovers, they tighten up in big moments, always a year away from figuring it out. But the Spurs might be just shredding that narrative. Against the number 1 defense in the NBA, a Thunder team built to force turnovers and create chaos, San Antonio committed just 8 turnovers. That's disciplined, veteran-level execution. And that's the balance this roster has nailed. On one side, you've got the talent. Wemby in year 3 looking like a future MVP, Castle in year 2 like a future All-Star, Dylan Harper as a rookie already contributing with 5 steals and 10 assists. The potential on this roster is through the roof. But you've also got Harrison Barnes, who's been to the finals and knows exactly what winning basketball looks like. De'Aaron Fox averaging 22 points and 6 assists, bringing that veteran steadiness and clutch decision-making down the stretch. The young guys aren't developing bad habits. They're learning from players who've performed at the highest level. You see it how they carry themselves and how they execute in pressure moments. That fourth quarter against OKC tells you everything. The Spurs outscored the Thunder 43-28 to blow a competitive game wide open. That's not a team that gets nervous when the stakes go up. That's a team that knows how to put opponents away. 7 straight wins, 2 against the defending champs. The best team in the West couldn't handle San Antonio. But let's pull back and look at the bigger picture. The Oklahoma City Thunder have the best record in the NBA, defending champions. They rattled off a 16-game win streak earlier this season. Every metric says they're the team to beat. But the Spurs just beat them twice in 10 days. The first win snapped the 16-game win streak, a 111-109 nail-biter in the NBA Cup semi-finals. The second was a straight-up statement game, 130 to 110, OKC's most lopsided loss of the entire season. Even SGA sees what's coming. When asked if the Spurs could become a rival, he said, "Possibly. Yeah, there's a good chance. They are young, really good, have a lot of talent, and play the right way." That's not trash talk material. That's genuine respect from the best player on the best team in basketball. The Spurs have exposed something real. They've proven OKC can be beaten, and not just in a close game, but dominated by a team that plays elite defense, moves the ball, and has the depth to handle whatever comes. San Antonio dished 34 assists to OKC's 23, shot 44% from 3 compared to OKC's 40, got to the line 24 times versus OKC just 7. Across the board, they were the better team, full stop. Christmas Day rematch coming up in Oklahoma City. If the Spurs take that one, 3 wins against the defending champs in under 2 weeks. At that point, we might be talking about a genuine power shift in the Western Conference. The San Antonio Spurs have made their message loud and clear this season. Depth wins, 9 guys who can beat you, a generational talent who makes everyone around him better without needing to dominate possessions, veterans who keep the young core locked in, and a defensive identity that can suffocate anybody. This isn't a team still building towards something. They might have already built it, and they're proving it against the best competition in the league. If you've been sleeping on San Antonio, it's time to wake up. This team is coming for everyone, and they've got the roster to back it up. So what do you think? Are the Spurs legit? Can they go to OKC on Christmas Day and make it 3 in a row? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this one, drop a like and subscribe. And if you've made it this far into the video, comment below, "Merry Christmas, you filthy animals." And if you want more, check out one of these videos on your screen now.